Here are some surprising things that Sam Neill taught me about cancer. If you can't control it, it will control you. Those are Sam Neill's words about his cancer journey. Stay tuned because I'm going to share how his words and his journey inspire mine and hopefully inspire you and really mirror a lot of things that I did to be a survivor and a thriver, 3.5 years and counting. Sam Neill was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. I know all too well that a cancer diagnosis can be very daunting, but the things that Sam does to stay optimistic, it's quite inspiring. And I really love and appreciate his outlook, and I thought this would be a great topic to talk about with all of you. Think cancer steals your joy? Sam Neill thinks otherwise. The things that he came up with to stay positive, optimistic are quite inspiring. His unwavering optimism and positivity through chemotherapy, sometimes working and sometimes not, and he's on a chemo, he said, that he'll be on for the rest of his life.
It's pretty brutal, and I still have chemotherapy on a regular basis, but it's keeping me alive.
I feel like it just offers encouragement to all of us, and being so in the public eye like he is, I really appreciate his approach. In a recent interview, and I'm going to read this because it's kind of a lot, but in a recent interview, he said, "I'm not
in any way frightened of dying. That doesn't worry, it's never worried me from the beginning. But I would be annoyed. I'd be annoyed because there are things I still want to do.
But I'm not afraid of it. I don't want to look like someone's
Bald thumb. That's what I looked like for quite a while. It was embarrassing.
I lost my hair, I
I
lost
lost my beard and everything, and my dignity went with it. But I'm also extremely grateful for it because it's kept me alive."
That's what Sam Neill said. And I understand, because you might think that hair, if you lose your hair, I mean, who cares? It's just hair. It's just a vanity thing. But I can let you know, and I'm not the only survivor that has said this, I promise you. But when you see all that hair go down the drain, your dignity, your confidence, it can definitely go right down that drain with it. I wish that I didn't have to experience that, and I wish that on no one. And I know that that sucks, because having had a diagnosis myself, it's something that none of us want for ourselves or for our loved ones. Now, I know if my daughter thought Sam Neill, she would think Jurassic Park. She watched that so many times. It was like one of her ultimate favorite movies. And when I think about Sam, I'm thinking about ways that he's inspired me on my cancer journey and things that he's done to stay optimistic, being determined that no matter what the doctor says to you, their words do not create your reality. There are so many people that are stage 4 that have been living with all kinds of cancers, even the worst you can imagine. And they're alive 20, 30, 40 years later. So there are miracles, things are possible. Don't give your power away just because they're wearing a white lab coat. I don't. Sounds like Sam Neill doesn't. Obviously, it's working a little bit for both of us. Sam said, "I'm not off the hook as such, but there's no cancer in my body." And to me, what he means by that is what I say, is that just because chemo's over, radiation's over, the journey's not over. Just because there's no evidence of disease, there's no cancer in your body at that point as a survivor, hopefully a thriver, the journey's still not over. And I think that he articulated that really, really well. If you've experienced that and you feel the same way, or even if you don't feel the same way about losing your hair, I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments. Together, we really grow and we heal. I'm appreciative and grateful for things like making a happy list. Making a list of things that I'm so happy for, I'm so grateful for, focusing on the optimism, focusing on the many positive, wonderful gifts that I do have in my life, with a diagnosis just being one of them. And it doesn't define us. I'm grateful for journaling. I'm grateful for all these different things that really contribute to health and healing. And I'm grateful for the people that bring these things up, because they're not really part of the protocol, right? The standard of care protocol. And I think it's really lacking. There's things that we should be adding to that and complementing with that, if that's the route that you choose to take. It seems like he's taking more of one direction, which I admire. If you're looking at his post and things like that, I mean, he's showing these beautiful, vibrant vegetables and the colors of the rainbow. Eat the rainbow is always what I like to say. I'm appreciative very much of modern medicine and the things that it does, heals, contributes to healing. And I'm also grateful for complementary medicine. I'm grateful for the additional healing modalities that you could pair with the standard of care to have the best possible outcome. I'm appreciative of those who go out on a limb and those doctors who go out on a limb and are ridiculed just for years later to find out that they were in fact correct. I am so thankful for things like epigenetics that shows us that it's possible that our genes don't define us. And that even if you have one of these genetic mutations, it doesn't mean that you're going to get a diagnosis. It just feels so good to even say that. And I hope it feels as good to receive that. I agree with Sam Neill when he says, I'm going to quote him, "I can't pretend the last year hasn't had its dark moments, but those dark moments throw the light into sharp relief, and have made me grateful for every day and immensely grateful for all my friends. Just pleased to be alive." This quote is just a powerful reflection that life goes on, and it can go on, and you can be okay, and you should look for those guiding lights. I believe that through the darkness, there is light, and I really believe that it does help us. If you ever find yourself in those moments of darkness, especially with a cancer diagnosis of any kind, I hope that the stories from other survivors and thrivers help to be that guiding light for you that shines through that darkness, guiding you home, guiding you to health, to healing, to recovering, guiding you to the possibilities of miracles. Sam Neill's journey really caught my eye, not because he was diagnosed with cancer, but because how he handled it, how he handled something that was thrown at him and how he continues to handle it. I think sometimes these are things that we miss and they're not really talked so much about. Something as simple as like laughter, and laughter being such good medicine. One of the things I did was I would watch my favorite movies on repeat, just like the ones that just make you have like the really good just belly laugh. And I know that that heals. And there's science behind the fact that that heals. Like Sam, I believe your mindset is powerful, and the mindset that you choose does make a difference in your healing and your recovery. Remember, if you're diagnosed, you have the power to choose how you walk through that diagnosis. You are part of that journey. You are empowered. And there's two ways you can look at things. You can look at it as the worst case scenario or the best case scenario. There's two options, so why not choose the better? Laugh when you can, be thankful for the things that are in front of you, be thankful for your loved ones. Enjoy all the little moments, even the smallest of things. I want you to know that if you or your loved one have received a diagnosis, that there is life beyond the diagnosis. I'm living proof, Sam's living proof. There are so many other people that are also living proof at the possibilities that lie ahead for you. I'm hopeful for you that in the midst of all that you can find some peace, you can find some joy along the way. If this resonates with you, what I'm saying, or even if it doesn't, it's fine, you can have an opinion. I'd love to hear about that in the comments. I would love to start the conversation with you. I'd love you to be a part of this community. And until next time, sending you so much love and light.